Hey garden guys and gals, it's Steph with Tiny's Garden, and I am out here Monday, May 7th. No, whoa, I am way off. It's the 8th. I gotta check a calendar. I don't even know what date it is. I'm a little behind. It's May 9th. Let's get that straight. But I am pleased to report that it is a sunny day, a little breezy, but I've even got my sun hat on and I am able to get out into the cut flower garden and plant. So what I'm going to be planting today is Lisianthus. Let's give a standing ovation. Standing ovation for our girl. I'm going to get out of the picture here. There we go. There we go. If you're not familiar with Lisianthus, let's get to know her a little bit. She can be started from seed. I am in zone 5B in the Chicago suburbs, and I start her way back in January. She takes about 6 months to grow from a little itty bitty seed that's usually pelleted, which means it has a little coating on top of it, all the way to its bloom time 6 months later. She's notoriously difficult to grow, so if she were a woman, she would be the girl that's playing hard to get. Not easy to come by her. You know what I'm saying? It takes some work. She needs you to work for her. Some people don't grow them because they are difficult to grow. In my experience last year, I don't know how many, I think I started around 50 seeds and I had 4. It was either 4 or 5 that went into the ground. And out of those, I think I had 2 or 3 that bloomed, but I'm going to put a picture on the screen of my Roseanne Black Pearl variety. This is the Lisianthus. This is her bloom, and you'll see why I keep growing her. She just really is a stunning flower, kind of similar to a rose, but not a rose, and cut and come again. So you cut her, she grows a new bloom. You cut her, she grows a new bloom, which means she's pretty, what's that word? Floriferous? She gets lots of blooms. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's go through and I'll show you the varieties that survived, and then I'm getting into my raised bed and I'll go over specifics of how I'm planting them. Okay, ready team? Break. Also, I should mention some people just order plugs of these, which is like a little baby seedling that's already been germinated and growing, and it comes to you in the springtime and you just pop them in the ground so you don't have to worry about trying to grow them yourself, which I get because it does take up a lot of real estate, and if you're a big flower farming operation or even a small one, sometimes you just don't want to deal with the hassle of trying to grow such a fastidious babe, but I personally kind of like the challenge. Here are all of mine that made it. Let's find out what varieties we have here. Arena 3. What's the whole name of that? Arena 3 April? Ooh, I'm going to have to look. I'm not sure what APR means. Arena 3 Apricot. Apricot. That's right. Arena 3 Apricot. So happy I actually got some of those. That's one of the most I'm looking forward to. I think I just have one Voyage to Champagne. Oh, 2. Oh, I don't know that that one's gonna make it. Look how itty bitty. Really, by this point, they should be decently far along. Like, I don't know if you can see this, how that one's starting to grow upward a little bit. But some of mine are behind, and believe me, I'm okay with that because at least they're growing. So Voyage to Champagne, the other one I'm most looking forward to. Unfortunately, I just have 2, but that's okay. That's okay. Next we have Voyage to White Lisianthus, then Echo Pink Pickety. All of these are from Johnny's Seeds except for Echo Pink Pickety, which is from Swallowtail Seeds. And the last one, Doubleini White. And my Doubleini Whites are the ones that have the most growth on them. There's another one down there that's bigger. So that one grew the fastest for me, if that's helpful. There's my son's little screwdriver. Always working on mama's boxes, which I appreciate. Thanks, Briggs. Okay, so I'm at the end of my raised beds. The dimensions of my beds are 7.5 feet long by 4 feet wide. So within a 4-foot wide raised bed, or if you're not using a raised bed and you're just doing a regular garden bed, same principle would apply. I'm going to do 6-inch spacing for this Lisianthus because they grow taller rather than wider. So 1, 2, zigzagging, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I'm going to repeat the pattern. So that's rows of 3 and rows of 4. So then my next 3 are coming right in the middle, 6 inches is apart. 1, 2, 3, and then my next row will be 4. So I'll show you what this looks like from the top. Okay, I've got all of them spaced out. I've got a gradation of varieties, so that should look really pretty. And now I'm going to get to planting. Okay, so I should mention that I'm putting these in a spot that gets full sun with some afternoon shade, which is what it's in right now, sprinkled afternoon shade. And I'm gonna go in with a butter knife if I need it. Sometimes these circle pops just pop right out, and lift up the seedling, make a little hole, put some biotone starter fertilizer in the hole, plop her in, cover her back up, move to the next one, and repeat. These needed water, oy vey. Okay, those are obviously dry, crumbling like a cookie. I need to water them in so that they stay a little more solid when I plant them. It's just easier that way. Kink in the hose. Nope, just didn't have the hose turned on. That would do it. Definitely better. Not perfect, but you can see the difference. Comes out a little more solid. Easier to work with that way. Woo, roots on that one. So this one is a jumbled mess. So you can see where the root is in here. I'm just going to try and get those roots down in there as nicely as I can and fill up dirt around the top of that seedling head. And that's how I troubleshoot that problem. Hopefully it works. Okay, I got them all planted. Let's take a look at the finished product. And here we are. Kind of difficult to see because they're tiny, but hopefully in a couple months we'll have lots of beautiful blooms. And that one that looks different is the Sahara one I just tucked in there. I think I'll finish the rest of this bed with some cherry brandy rudbeckia. So, really happy to get all of them in. And I think I'm actually perspiring. How about that? I think spring's finally here. And lastly, these will get watered in. There is strip line in here, which is what these tubes are. It's a 1/4-inch tube and it's attached to what I believe is called a Hunter Bliss Bluetooth irrigation system. I will double check the name of that. I had someone install it for me, my irrigation guy, because I am not a wizard with irrigation. But I have it set up to where all of my raised beds back here, I can water at any time through my Bluetooth, and it'll start watering for however many minutes I want, or I can set a timer on it. And it was pretty easy to set up. I went through and set it up with him. So happy about that. When it's a little cooler and not the hottest part of the day, I'll water these in tonight. So that wraps up this video. I hope that was helpful in any questions that you had regarding Lisianthus, but feel free to put more questions down below. Also, if you have tons of experience with Lisianthus, Let me know how yours are doing this year. Any other quick tips that you have that are really helpful. We all learn from one another, so I'm grateful for those of you who comment and chime in. It's really helpful. Otherwise, please subscribe to my channel if you have been following my content and enjoy it. I'd love to have you along the ride with me, and we will see you in the next one. Happy planting, everybody. Bye.